Okay, so my first real business meeting was with Reggie Wright. Suge was in jail. You got to remember, in the 90s, I was doing time. I wasn't around back then.
I know.
Right? So my homeboy, Pooh Ryder, rest in peace, he was in the penitentiary with Suge. Pooh, all he wanted to do was put work in, smash shit, which irritated the hell out of me because Suge had a name for them type of people. He called them crash dummies. And it irritated the hell out of me that my road dog was that. He
was considered a crash
dummy. He went and put the big death row thing on his back. He did all this shit. So one day he said, Wack, could you take me up to death row to get my check? So I drove him up there to get his check. Reggie was there, right? Reggie then told him when he met Wack, Wack pulled up in the Benz. I had the trucking industry, real estate industry. I was already doing what I was doing, right? I wasn't doing nothing in music. So Reg invited me to the Soul Train Awards, right? And this is when we had the Rumble with Nate Dogg and them. Keita Rock from 6-0 was still with us back then. And some shit kicked off. And, you know, you got homies and then you got warriors. And as things was going on, Reg and Keita Rock seen how it was moving, even taking control of the car. I wasn't finna, nigga, after this shit went on, all these niggas used to be signed to death row. Ain't no way I'm finna let a chauffeur drive me back to this motherfucking location that these niggas didn't work out of the last decade or so, right? So I took control of the limo, parked up the street, make sure we walked down the street to make sure niggas wasn't waiting in ambushes. At that point in time, Keita Rock told Reggie, we need him around. I said, Reg, I want to discuss the business. Because I wrote a book in prison called Infiltration. And my idea was, it was 12 chapters. I wanted to put a song with each one of the chapters, put the CD on front of the book, came by one without buying another. At the time, it was rumored they was gonna do Death Row Films. Suge is in the pen, so when Reggie talking to Suge, he like, yeah, man, Pooh Ryder homeboy come around. Suge knew my name from the joint. We just never did no time together. Right? So every time I'm coming up there, it's business. When Suge came home, I said with Suge on business, I refused a death row chain. You hear when them niggas called him Simon? You know what that is? Hey man, go to the store, do that. Why I gotta do it? Because Simon said do it. Nigga, I wasn't going for none of that. I already had a crib, had a couple cars, had 3 streams of revenue. And them niggas got paid less than minimum wage. He gave them niggas a condo to stay in, 3 at a time, a car to drive under the company name, and $2,500 a month. Them niggas working 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. If you add that shit up, that's close to $3 an hour.
Yeah, sure, wrong in the motherfucker. But they ain't going for it.
No, they went for it.
They going for it.
You gotta remember when people say that, I don't even know where that come from. I believe SKG may have started that shit, and SKG wasn't
well,
there.
you know, that's the storyline into the trucking industry. You went from chauffeur.
No. I was already in the trucking industry.
Okay, well,
Suge didn't come home till 02.
Yeah.
My trucking game started in 99. By the time Suge came home, I had a fleet. I had BMW, Porsche, Audi, Volkswagen, and Range Rover contracts through Wagon and Truckers. I was already doing. Suge could tell you. He asked me one day, man, park that truck. I need you around. I said, I tell you what, you give me $500,000 up front, because I was doing like $250,000 the truck back then. I give you 12 hard months. If don't nothing come with it, I go back to what I'm doing. But I'm thinking $500,000, that's 2 years of work. Up front, I get a nigga 12 months for a 2-year hit. This is when I realized Suge was going broke. This one I seen it, right? And then when I really see it is when he started asking me for money and for, you know what I'm saying? Then Death Row shit, Reggie left. That's when I realized the buildings was in Reggie's name. If Reggie wouldn't have been a part of that, that shit would have shut down while he was in there. And then Lydia, I believe, won in my 03, 04. They took the name. That's when it became The Row. By the Big U never saw Death Row as it was. So when he talking about he saw Suge with all his money, that's cap. Suge was already bankrupt, on his way. The building hadn't been paid for in 6-7 months. He was squatting. By 2007, Suge was flat broke. He was sleeping on the couch in the Devil Lanes, the homie G Down and Mondoose, sleeping on their couch in the gutter.